So guys, today I'm here with my brand new Season 22 Strand Warlock build. In this one, we're taking advantage of the brand new Weave Walk aspect. This one is very, very strong inside of both PvP and PvE. Today I'm just showing you guys PvE gameplay with this aspect and going over a PvE focused build. But you can take this inside of PvP and be an absolute degenerate with it, which is really, really fun to do. We're going to jump into all the important information about this build, like what exotics compare with it, and all that good stuff. So if you're going to enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you want to stay up to date on all things Destiny 2. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. First off, you're obviously going to need to acquire the new aspect, which you can do via completing Nimbus's quest on the Amuna, and then going to the Puka Pond to just claim the new aspect. The aspect itself says dodge while airborne to enter the weave, gaining damage resistance from combatants and players, and reactivate your air dodge to cast your rift to exit the weave. While in the weave, you generate perched threadlings over time, and what it doesn't state here is that it will actually drain your melee energy. So as long as you have a full melee charge, you are able to use this ability. If you do not have at least one melee charge, then you are not able to use it whatsoever. Also, the damage resistance that you gain from this weave walk is 90% damage resistance. So this is going to be really strong inside of high end game PvE content. If you're in a tight squeeze, you can just use that air dodge to then quickly get out of a sticky situation, which is really, really strong and something that you should definitely be taking advantage of this season. Going over the other aspects and fragments I've got the Wanderer here, mainly for the movement and the free suspend that you get with tangles. You can use whatever other aspect you want, whether that be Weaver's Call or Mindspun Invocation. In terms of the fragments here, I'm running Thread of Evolution, Thread of Finality, and Thread of Fury. In terms of everything else, I have a Grapple Grenade to pair with the Wanderer aspect, and then the Healing Rift as always, Burst Glide, and then an Arcane Needle for the melee. In terms of my exotic armor, I'm using the Swarmers here in the gameplay. This is the Destroying Tangles, spawns Threadlings, and your Threadlings unravel targets that they damage. This will just make your Threadlings even more stronger and help with ad clear, as when you enter the weave, you're going to be generating a lot of Threadlings very, very quickly. But if you want to stay in the weave for longer and don't want to use Swarmers, you can instead use Claws of Ahamkara. This will give you an additional melee charge, and charged melee final blows will also spawn an Orb of Power. This basically means that you don't need to waste an armor slot on firepower or heavy-handed, and this will work with a grapple melee, so just grapple melee, kill something, and an orb will be generated. Quite useful if you want to stay in the weave longer as well with that additional melee charge. But if you're using Monty, you don't really need to worry about it. I would mainly recommend sticking with the Swarmers, unless you don't want to use Monte Carlo, in which case Claws could be quite useful there. Going over Monty itself though, if you don't know what this does, this basically has a Mark of Chain, where you gain increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. Melee kills grant ammo from reserves. Then it also has Monte Carlo method, where dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully recharge your melee ability with each kill. It also got a brand new catalyst this season, which will allow you to activate the bayonet on the end of the weapon once you hit 5 stacks of Markov's Chain, which you can do by getting either a melee kill or by getting 5 kills with the weapon itself. This bayonet is actually really, really strong. It does a lot of base damage on its own, so it can be very handy if you are needing to take down a high health bar enemy. If you don't want to use Monte Carlo though, you can use any other weapons that you would like. Pugilist is probably going to be a very strong perk here, maybe even Swashbuckler probably. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the build there. I'll have a dim link down in the description if you want to copy this for yourself. That's all I have for you guys today. So if you've enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, possibly share this video with a friend if you also want to spread the word around about this build. That's all I have for you guys today. So I'll see you guys in the next one.